In 1989, the Portuguese egg tart was not ubiquitous in Macau. Andrew opened his bakery at that time and thought it would be nice to have a little treasure for his Portuguese friends to enjoy. So he decided to try and make the Portuguese pastel de nata, very famous in Portuguese cuisine, but he didn't have the recipe. So he set about making his own version because he was not going to ask a Portuguese for the recipe, no face, as we say here. So he had his own knowledge of the flaky pastry case, and then he put an English custard version as the filling. So when he created that, baked it, the Portuguese said, "Oh, it's not a pastel de nata." And Andrew basically said, "Well, if you don't like it, don't buy it." The Portuguese did actually enjoy it, but his main customer base came from the Chinese community because the Chinese have a history of egg tart in their own cuisine. So it was the locals that called it a Portuguese egg tart, and they would then take it to their friends, try the Portuguese egg tart. Hong Kong people started making this a tourist destination so that they could taste it fresh from the oven, hence it was born. I've lived in Coloane for 23 years. Living here is a treasure. This village is a jewel. There's a lovely peacefulness about being here. The old folk accept me here, which I find is an absolute honour. I speak Pidgin Cantonese. I've never been good with languages. It's amazing how you can communicate with a few words of vocabulary. I love the history of the place. There is beauty in its age. As at one time, there was a dried fish industry. 2 shops still remain here, which are beautiful. You must see them. Coloane has so many beautiful old buildings, you know, not grand empirical things, but lovely old cottages, beautiful old temples. There's some lovely places in the square to sit and pass the day. Walking along the riverfront, morning, noon or night, is always fabulous. I love the place. It's tranquil, it's an unpolished jewel. I love it. Well, Coloane's been my home for nearly a quarter of a century. It's so tranquil. It's taken me to its heart. I'm content here, and if you've found contentment, I think that's the secret of life.